In this video, I want to talk about sending out SMS messages out of your FileMaker solution. Now, we've talked about this before using other plugins that you can purchase, but imagine sending out SMS text messages directly out of your FileMaker solution, like FM Starting Point, without installation of any plugins or any additional software. Well, it's pretty easy to do actually, and I want to show you how this is done. So first off, I want to make the business case for this. Here's a copy of FM Starting Point, which is our free CRM software that's available at fmstartingpoint.com. And if you have a FileMaker solution, there are times when a specific action can occur, a very time-sensitive action. Say, for example, maybe an invoice gets paid and then immediately product has to be shipped, or some other action has to occur. Or maybe an invoice is past due and you need to notify someone about that. Or maybe a project is nearing completion, or there's some sort of problem with the project and you need to notify key stakeholders that a project is in jeopardy. Well, all that can be done pretty easily with SMS. Certainly, it's easy enough to track the people that you need to notify in FileMaker because projects is easily attached back to a contact. You could have the SMS or cell phone number for the person, so you'd have the number and the person to send the SMS to. All you'd have to do is have the message and the criteria to send it out. So that's the business case. If you've been in business very long, you probably could think of a half a dozen or a dozen situations in your organization where this could be handy. So let's talk about this. So I was on the FileMaker community forum the other day, and there was a conversation about this, and I said, oh, that's pretty cool. We should do a video about this. I had one of my junior staff dig in there and start digging around. And I said, hey, talk to these guys and see what they're doing. And, let's come up with a demo for this. And in the process of digging around in the demo, my engineer actually found a demo that had already been written and set up. And it was written and set up by the hardworking folks at Calibri Solutions. Now, Calibri Solutions is one of those top-tier FileMaker consultancies, similar to the folks at my company. And I want to give props to this group of folks, they're based in New York, for coming up with a great demo file and putting that out there on the internet. Now, the demo file was produced last year or the year before. I'm not even sure where it's at. But somewhere along the line, my staff found the file and kind of hijacked it. But I want to give credit where credit's due and let folks know about Calibri Solutions, especially if you're in the northeast part of the country. Calibri's got some sharp developers that work for them. And they're the ones that originally came up with this solution. So let me walk you through it real quick. So here's the demo file that we have cooked up. Let me also show you Twilio's website. Twilio is actually a service that we're using to send out SMS messages. Now, they have a number of products, and we're going to do more videos on some of their other products and the integration with those other products. But just for this video, we're going to talk about SMS, sending out text messages. Now, their SMS product is right here. And the pricing on it is really inexpensive. Now, it's not free, so you do have to pay and put $20 in or something like that. It's pretty inexpensive. And you can read all about the SMS product, but they have this product, what they call short codes. And effectively, this means that you're going to send less than 30 messages per second. Now, I never thought of sending more than one a second, to be honest with you. But there are people who build giant apps that scale and could send thousands of messages a second. And so they have other services that scale into that scope and speed and capability. And so that would not be this SMS. It would be other products that they have that you would look for that. So in terms of pricing, I can bring that up here. Pricing for the messaging, what they call their short messaging. What ends up happening is that you're going to end up picking a phone number. Now, the phone number is not a toll-free number. The toll-free number is going to be a little bit more per month. So the pricing is really inexpensive. So what we've done is I want to run you through this demo that we have set up. By setting up an account and giving them our credit card number, what we end up having is this phone number was the number that was assigned to us right here. And they gave us our account ID, which is right here, and our account token, which is right here. And these are real numbers, but we got it kind of somewhat obscured at the moment. But you'll get these two numbers. They'll be unique to your account. Once with these two numbers, then you can send messages anywhere, right? So then you're going to specify as part of what you're doing the phone number that you're going to send to. So this is my personal cell phone here, and I'm going to say, "Hi RC, we have a urgent situation. Amazon servers are down." Something like that. Maybe Amazon's data center went down or something like that. So we can send the message out, and I can just send it. And I have a text message. And then this is the resulting information that comes back. So this is the confirmation that you can check to make sure that the transmission was actually correct. Pretty slick. So this was originally architected and set up by the folks at Calibri. So once again, props to them. Great job on doing this. All you have to do is effectively wire it into your own solution, your own copy of FM Starting Point, or whatever you want to use. Now, to actually see how this works a little bit better, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the script debugger in my copy of FileMaker Pro Advanced. I'm going to bring this over here. And then I'm going to say something else so I know this is somewhat different. I'm just going to say this is the message to RC. And then I'm going to start the script running. And then I'm going to step through all the steps. So initially, of course, what we have cooking is that it's setting a bunch of variables that we're going to need. These are local variables here. So it sets the account ID, it sets the token, it sets the phone number, sets the from, and it sets the message. And those are the basic variables that we need. Then there's a little bit of validation that's set up and is tested for. And then I can scroll down here. Now, this does a length testing to make sure that the phone number is of proper length. Otherwise, it's not going to work. And then right here, this is actually, we're setting up a variable called $post. And this is actually the HTTPS post command that's going to go out and activate Twilio through their API. So this is the part that basically it's an external, almost like a URL protocol. Not technically a URL protocol, but that kind of idea where it's going to be a web URL. So this web URL is going to go out and activate Twilio and activate their SMS service based upon the parameters that we give it. So it sets that variable right there. And then it hasn't activated yet. It says simply set the variable. In fact, if I go into the data viewer real quick, I can bring this up. We can look at the $post real quick right here. It's pretty interesting. So as you can see, my token and my ID are in here, and those have been fuzzed out. But essentially, this is the web command or URL, however you want to state that. And it's going to go out to Twilio in a specific format that they understand. And it's going to use this format to go to this number. And it's from this phone number. And right here is the body of the message. Pretty slick. So that's all there is to it, really. And you just follow this format, and it works fantastic. And then to activate this, we actually insert this URL into a field. And then the results that come back will be that block of text that we saw a little bit ago. Now, there's a little bit of delay here while it runs. Now, this is the results that come back. So this is basically like a website that activates, and then the results come back. And this is the results that come back, and we can actually, and of course there's a response, we can actually check to see if it was successful by parsing this data apart to check and see what was happening. And it says data sent, right? So anyway, that's how that works. Pretty straightforward stuff. At any rate, that's the SMS transmit and send functionality all wired up, set up for FileMaker. Works great on FileMaker 13 and also 14. We haven't tested it back prior to that, although we're using the HTTP post function. So that leads me to believe, yeah, this HTTP post, I think, was added in 13. So I don't think this will work in 12. You could try it in 12, I guess, and see what happens. So anyway, there you go. Have fun. And if you see the folks from Calibri, always props to them and give them a shout out. All right. Thanks. Bye.